So you want to talk share size, right? You want to make money like the big dogs, the big ballers, right? You want to buy the Lamborghini, you want to drive it to the strip club during the daytime. I wouldn't advise doing that, but if that's your ultimate goal, we're going to get you there. All right, so on a serious note, share size is very important. It truly is. Now, of course, a lot of people may already understand this, may already know, but there may be some things that you don't know. And it's very important that you have a lot of knowledge going to the market because knowledge is power. That's how you're going to basically outsmart the other side. It comes down to the bulls and the bears, and you always want your side to be winning. So when it comes to share size, you always want to understand, and this is a step that a lot of people don't look at, that don't understand, is looking at your broker. I mean, are you using buying power? Are you using margin? This is very important. I'm going to use SureTrader as an example. Now, when I had SureTrader, if you upload or basically invest, I don't know why I said upload, Lord, then you have 6-to-1 buying power. So your $500 basically turns into $3,000 you can trade with. Now, let's say you lose $50 on your first day of trading. You're going to go down to $450 in your account. But the thing is, you can't access that buying power unless you have $500 or more in your account. So one day you're trading with $3,000, the next day you're trading with $450. And that's detrimental because, that's a huge loss on buying power. There's not much you can do in the stock market with $450. And that's just how it is. That's why these brokers offer this buying power, this leverage. Now with TradeNet, it's a little different. You do an initial amount. For me, it's $400 for my intro account, and I have $14,000 to trade with. Now a lot of people would say, okay, you did $400 and you can trade with $14,000. I don't like borrowing money. I'm not doing it. Well, you're going to do it with any other broker basically. But with TradeNet, if you lose $700, then they just deactivate your account. So you can view that however you want. But the thing that I'm saying is, let's say you put $1,000 into SureTrader. You have $6,000 in buying power, but you lose $500 in one day. Instead of having that $6,000 the previous day, your $6,000 just went to $3,000. So instead of having all that money that you had before, now you have to trade with only $3,000, and you're on the risk of basically if you lose again, you're not going to have that buying power. So $6,000 to $450 in 2 days probably isn't awesome. Now, the thing that I really want to look at that I think is very important is how do you determine this share size? Now, of course, if we look at this stock, this is a very low risk, low reward stock. But this is what a lot of people trade because they're into the penny stocks. I'm not so much, but this is what they're into. So basically, these are only, it's 2 cents right here. Now, we could look at another stock that would possibly make a lot more sense. It was going to be this one. And this is a penny stock as well, but this is one that went over 100% in one day. Now, if we zoom in, we look at the market open right over here. These are the first 5 candles of the market right here. Now, if I wanted to be a bull in this case, which it really wouldn't make too much sense because in this one candle, it hiked up about 100%. But if you entered in right here and you thought it was going to shoot up again, where would you get out? Where would you be your stop loss? And that's something else you have to determine when it comes to share size is how many cents are you risking. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, let's see. We have the lows here. Now look at these 2 candles. Oh, there's a double bottom right here at 350, 350, 350. And it's a $0.50. This is a good support line for me. I could do it. So you're looking at it and you're like, okay, I'm going to get in right here, and you get in at 360. Right at the bottom of the candle. Basically, it opened at 358, so if you got 360, kudos to you. So 360, basically you're risking 10 cents because your ultimate stop should be at 350, this support line, this $0.50. We all know with $0.50 and whole dollars, there's going to be a lot of support or resistance at those lines. So 350, you're risking 10 cents. Now the next thing you want to calculate is, okay, in dollar amount, how much am I going to mentally prepare myself to possibly lose? Now, of course, you want to look at how much you could possibly gain because you want to have a good risk to reward. But knowing how much you may lose is just mentally going to prepare yourself, because if you do lose this amount, you're not going to freeze up. You're going to automatically prepare, okay, if I lose $100, if I lose $200 in this trade, then I already knew that's fine. And that's how it should be. You should feel at peace with any trade that you get into. So, okay, we get in and we have 10-cent stop loss. Okay, so with that 10 cents, how much would you be willing to risk? Would you feel okay if you lost $100? If you lost $200? Let's say you would feel okay losing $100. Okay, you feel good losing $100. So with that 10 cents, how much movement would it be for $100? Well, the way we gotta look at it is there's 100 cents and a dollar. As you see, I mean, there's 100 cents and a dollar. And basically, if there's a dollar, your share size is going to be equivalent to the dollar amount if it moved a dollar. If I have 100 shares, if this stock moves a dollar, is going to be $100, because every cent it moves is $1. So if you wanted that 100 shares, every cent to move be $1, you want it to be $10, because 10 cents times the $10 is going to be $100. How many shares would it be? And it sounds really complicated at the beginning, but trust me, over time it becomes second nature. So basically, that 10 cents to make sure that it'd be $100 would be, and we'll get the calculator out. We'll do the visual, right? You're risking 10 cents, but you say, okay, I want to lose $100. That's fine. 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares would be where you're at. So every cent that 1,000 cents move, because look at it, you have 1,000 shares, right? And I said divide by 100 because it's 100 cents and a dollar, right? Then it's going to move, every cent it moves is $10. So 1,000 shares, that's how we calculated that. So if we get at 360 and it goes down 10 cents, that's going to be $100. Now, of course, you always want to look at your reward, because if we were to get into this, it would break this high. Let's say it goes all the way to 420. 420 at 360 is 60 cent movement. And again, every cent movement's $10, so that'd be $600. So basically, you have a 6-to-1 possibility in your risk to reward. Reason that I say 6-to-1 is because if you could possibly make $600, but you're only risking $100, it's 6. So 6-to-1. So again, it becomes second nature when you're determining this, and it's very important that you understand it, and very important that you mentally prepare yourself. Because I promise you, if you get in some amount you don't even understand, and it's going down, and then it breaks through with a lot of momentum, you're going to freeze up. Because you're going to look at the amount over here, and you're going to look at the amount over here and say, oh, I'm down $200. What? How did the... You got to mentally prepare yourself. That's the biggest thing. With this video, with determining the share size, how much share size should I take? Again, you want it to become second nature. You can even practice. You can say, okay, if I'm risking 50 cents, and 50 cents is a lot, but when it comes to larger stocks, 50 cents isn't a lot whatsoever. And you only want to lose $500, you need to be able to basically calculate it. So $500 is at risk, 50 cents. Basically, that's 1,000 shares right there as well. Because 1,000, if it moves $1, it's going to be $1,000. So if it only moves half a dollar, it's going to be $500. So just really quick, being able to calculate that quickly. Because there's times where you see a stock. I mean, this one shot up from 275 to 412. You want to be able to quickly calculate, okay, this is how much I would be risking. Oh, crap, it's moving really quick. I better think of this. Let's see. I'd risk $100. Let's say, oh, crap. It happens. Another cool thing is actually within the Discord, the Wolfpack Discord, there's calculators. One of the admins in there has a calculator that you can use. There's no charge whatsoever. It's really just an awesome community. And you can type in, okay, I'd be willing to risk this percentage. And you put in the stock price and everything, and it calculates. It's phenomenal, the calculator that he constructed himself. Definitely kudos to him. But very important when determining share size. I really hope that this video has been educational. I truly do. Going through the small account challenge, I'm trying to maintain the mindset of a new trader. The barriers, the obstacles that I ran into when I first started trading. And share size was the biggest one. Oh my Lord. I wish I had someone there to mentor me when I was going through all of it. But again, the people that are day trading, they're doing their own thing. And no one really understands the stock market. They know the basics. Walmart's on the stock exchange, whatever. but they don't really understand the movement and the share size and how much you'd be risking and all that. They just don't understand it, and they shouldn't be at fault because just some people aren't passionate about it. They don't really care. The stock market can do whatever. They have their day jobs, and it's cool. But I think it's very, very important for people to understand this, to get an idea. Again, the Discord has a lot of information. We're definitely there to help these new traders. You want to be able to get a grasp on what you're doing in the market so you can excel at a quicker rate. For me, I was stuck at, for a good amount of time. I had no idea what I was doing. I was looking at these penny stocks and I wanted them to go up. But, looking at like support lines, resistance lines, how much I should be risking, I didn't have any idea. No idea whatsoever. I just watched these YouTube traders and they were taking 4,000 shares. I guess I will too because they're making the money. I want to roll to the strip club during the daytime, I guess. But, again, it's about making your own technique, your own strategy. You want to start at the basics. And you'll grow from there, I promise. Taking 100 shares, there's not a lot of excitement. There's not. I mean, with the small account, I've been making 100 share trades. And I'm only making, $54, but that's 54-cent movement. If I took 1,000 shares, that'd be $540. So people that laugh at that scoff at that I'm getting 54-cent movement, it's because I'm not making my full share size, And it's funny, they wouldn't be able to make trades like that. So it's really whatever because I learned my basics. I started at 50 shares, 100 shares. Really stupid back in the day when I was, getting started. As far as the first 2 days I traded, I lost a lot of money. But then I really toned it down and I learned. And I mean, this is where I'm at now. So I can't complain whatsoever. You need to learn the basics. And I promise you, if you dedicate a lot of time, if you're resilient to the red days, you will make a lot of money. You will make a lot of money and it will become your full-time job. But again, you have to be passionate about this. You can't look at it as just making money. If you want to just make money, go get a job at McDonald's or something. This isn't for you. But if you are going to be resilient to the red days and you're really going to push yourself, hey, this is for you. You need to be a leader. You need to think outside the box. And hey, anything's possible once you do that. So again, I hope this has been educational. My email's below. The Discord's below. Definitely join. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. This is Jonathan, Mr. K, that's sexy, with Lone Wolf Day Trading. Stay green.